Hello, I'm Dennis.
And I'm Misha. We're a client solutions engineer at Datatailr, and today we'd like to show you a bit around the Datatailr platform. Um, and I'm going to pretend being a customer and ask Dennis some questions. So Dennis, please tell us, what is Datatailr platform? Who is it for? And what tools does it give you?
Sure. So Datatailr is a platform which allows data scientists, analysts, quants to very easily deploy their code from the moment they have the idea, or even before they have the idea. They just explore the data, they write some code, and then they need to deploy it, to run it at scale, to run it in the cloud. And Datatailr allows them to do it very easily. And we do this by having in one place multiple components which take care of different stages of the process. So to start, we offer an IDE and a research environment in Jupyter Lab. It allows you to easily configure how your IDE is running, from resources to which Docker image is used for it, so that requirements for the IDE can very easily be modified and adjusted to each researcher's needs. The same is true for Jupyter notebooks. In addition, we allow very easily deploying different kinds of workloads. So whether it's a batch job that can be represented as a graph where each node runs separately in a Docker container and very easily defined as a simple Python function, or if it's graphical applications using frameworks like Streamlit or Panel or Dash, which can very easily be transformed from running locally on the analyst's local IDE to being deployed as applications where each member of the organization can go and click on a button and the app is launched. And this deployment is done very easily, but also in a secure, scalable, and cost-effective way.
Do I need to manage the compute resources myself?
No, that's a good question. So all of the auto scaling is done for you by Datatailr. All you need to do is to kind of have some estimate when you deploy. For example, this is the application that I just showed. You need to know what are the memory and CPU requirements will be, and then everything else will be taken care of for you. And even if you make a mistake in this estimate, we have ways of automatically scaling the resources up.
And do I need to terminate the instances manually after I'm done?
No, all the resources are freed as soon as the workloads that were using them are done. The resources are freed automatically, so the cost stays minimal, and you basically pay just for what you use for your calculations.
Okay, and is there some CI/CD process within the platform?
Yes, there is a Git-based CI/CD pipeline that can be set up, and basically every commit to a predefined branch will cause the recreation of each one of those jobs, whether it's a batch job or an application or a service. They will be recreated with a new version of the code.
How do we differentiate ourselves in the market?
So there are several things. The first one would be that all of those components exist in one place, and we will dive into some of them in additional videos. But in addition to the ability to deploy those data pipelines and applications and services, there's also a separation of environments between development, pre-production, and production environments that is part of the system from the ground. It's not that you need to have separate installations of Datatailr. There is complete separation on the platform that is installed for you. In addition, there are very strict ACLs attached to everything on the platform, from the code that is running a specific job to the job itself to the results. So if a member of a certain team is not allowed to observe the results of the run of this pipeline, they won't be able to see it. In addition, There is a very strict approval process that can be defined. You don't have to have it, but if you want, you could have an approval process that helps you to move from the development environment, which is driven by this Git-based CI/CD, to pre-production and to production.
Okay, thank you, Dennis. Like Dennis mentioned, we will cover independent elements of the platform in separate videos, and please go watch them. And thank you for your time.
Thank you, Misha.